This courtroom video is pure chaos from start to finish. Marvin Bailey walks in already on edge, and things go downhill fast. Right away, he starts disrespecting everyone in the room, even calling the judge, bro, while throwing around profanity. The tension skyrockets as the judge warns him to calm down, or face serious consequences. At first, it looks like there might be a way out. The prosecutor offers a deal, 2 years of probation. Marvin seems interested, even asking if he could get his license back afterward. But then, in a huge twist, he accidentally makes things worse for himself. While trying to explain, he spills details about his weapon, even admitting he had a big Glocky with a 30-round magazine. Yikes! Things get even crazier when Marvin insists the weapon wasn't actually concealed, it was hanging out. This completely clashes with the charges and ruins the plea agreement. The judge isn't having it and refuses to accept the deal. Now, instead of a quick resolution, the case moves to a full preliminary examination, meaning it's heading toward trial. Every moment is tense, unpredictable, and jaw-dropping. From disrespect to accidental admissions, this hearing shows how quickly things can spiral when emotions take over. You won't believe what happens next.
Name, sir?
Marvin Bailey.
All right, good morning. All right, Mr. Nager, any offers here?
Judge, Mr. Holler emailed me some information yesterday to give me more to look at and read, and I've had email communication with him. Currently, the offer is no reduced plea.
All right, how you want to proceed today, Mr. Holler?
Well, the offer is no reduced plea and two years of probation. Isn't that right, Mr. Najjar?
Correct.
Okay.
With other conditions, that's correct.
Okay, with some other conditions to be determined. If we can do a situation where my client can pay in lieu of community service, something like that, we can take a plea today.
All right, you understand what the prosecutor's offer is, sir?
No, I don't.
Mr. Nager?
I don't even see the prosecutor. Who is the prosecutor? His camera's not on.
What does that have to do with it, Judge?
The prosecutor. Okay, the offer that we've discussed is to plead guilty to carrying a concealed weapon without a license to do so, which is a felony. 2 years, a sentence agreement of 2 years of probation, and you will have the opportunity to pay.
Camera on. Fuck them.
Hey.
Okay.
Mr. Bailey, watch your mouth, sir.
Man, okay.
Here's what's gonna happen, Mr. Bailey. If you keep it up, I'm gonna bring you into the courtroom and take you into custody and find you in contempt. Settle down,
All right,
sir.
bro. All right.
That's the judge, not your bro.
All right. Sorry about that, Judge.
All right, go ahead, Mr. Holler.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor. And at the time of sentencing, the court can determine that that Mr. Bailey would be able to pay a certain sum of money in lieu of community service if he so chose. So it would be like an either-or type of thing. So the court would determine an appropriate amount of community service versus an appropriate amount of additional costs or fines, however we want to characterize that he could pay at his election. He would be on probation for 2 years.
All right. Mr. Bailey, you understand what that offer is, sir?
Yes.
All right, you waive your right. Now you understand you have a right to have a preliminary examination, sir?
Yeah.
You waiving your right to have a preliminary examination today?
Yes, sir.
Anybody threaten you or force you to get you to waive your examination right today?
No, don't nobody threaten me.
All right, court's going to accept the waiver. Mr. Bailey will automatically be bound over. Mr. Holler, as it relates to the arraignment, he's standing mute and waives the formal reading of the information.
I do.
Court's going to enter not guilty plea today.
Hey, can I ask?
Go ahead, sir.
Can I ask a question?
Go ahead, sir.
After we do this plea, like after I finish my probation and complete everything, like, would I still be able to get my license? Because I like to have my documents intact, in order, and everything.
All right.
I know I was wrong for the case and everything, but like, would I be able to do that?
You have to talk to Mr. Holler about that. He can give you the legal advice.
Okay.
All right, please raise your right hand. Would you freeze? All right. Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give today will be the truth?
Yeah.
Yes?
Yes.
Yes.
All right, you can put your hand down. You understand if I accept the plea from you today, sir, you give up or you waive, first of all, you understand that the maximum penalty I can impose if I accept a guilty plea can be up to 5 years in prison.
Yeah.
You understand if I accept the plea from you, sir, you give up or you waive certain constitutional rights.
Yeah.
You understand you waive your right to have a trial by judge or jury.
Yes, sir.
You have your right to remain silent without that silence being used against you.
Understood.
Yes?
Yes, sir.
You have your right to be presumed innocent until proven guilty beyond a reasonable doubt.
I'm gonna say yes to that, but I was already. I'm guilty. Yeah, though, because they already said I was guilty, man.
Sir, what you understand is you're giving up certain rights. You have certain constitutional rights. In order to take a plea, you have to give up or waive those rights. That's what
Yeah, though. Yeah.
All right, you understand that you waive your right to be presumed innocent until proven guilty beyond a reasonable doubt.
Yeah.
Is that a yes?
Yes.
Anybody threaten you or force you to get you plead guilty?
No.
Anybody promise you anything beyond what the prosecutors? Anybody promise you anything beyond what the prosecutor's office has offered you to get you to plead guilty?
No.
All right. Anybody? Mr. Nate, Mr. Nature, daytime, location, factual basis, please.
Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Bailey, on February 5th, 2024, in the area of Binder Street in the city of Detroit.
It's Binder, Binder, Binder.
Binder Street in the city of Detroit. At some point, did you have contact with the police that day? At some point, did you have contact with the police that day?
I ain't had no contact with the police. They contacted me.
Right. Okay. You were arrested that day?
Yeah.
Okay. So prior to that, at some point prior to that, did you have a handgun, a pistol?
You said, did I have a handgun, a pistol?
Yeah.
Yeah, I had that big Glocky on me.
And was it concealed in some fashion at some point?
I had a 30 round hanging out the clip. I had a 30 round hanging out. It wasn't concealed. It was a big 30 round on it. It wasn't concealed. But yeah, though, I had it on me.
Okay. Was it in a pocket or under a shirt or something?
No, it was outside. It was sticking out. It was hanging out.
Okay. Was it partially inside of a pocket?
No.
All right.
I had it out.
Mr. Howler, I don't know if you need to have a discussion, but we need to know whether it was concealed or not at some point.
That's what I'm saying. My shit wasn't concealed. That's what I'm saying. I don't even know why I'm going through this. My shit wasn't concealed. It was not concealed.
All right,
now,
Mr. Howler.
I want to go to trial.
Hold on, Mr. Bailey. All right, Mr. Bailey.
My gun wasn't concealed. It wasn't concealed. And I'm sick y'all trying to do me like this.
All right, Mr. Bailey. Mr. Bailey, settle down. All right, Mr. Howler.
Man, this is wrong, man. Y'all do people
Bailey,
like this, man.
Mr. Bailey, just listen. I'm not going to accept the plea. I'll let you go forward to have a trial. Mr. Howler, you want an examination date?
Yes, I do.
All right, so Mr. Bailey, you're going to be going on. I'm not going to accept any pleas from you today, sir. If you're innocent, we're going to let you go forward and exercise your constitutional rights to have a trial. So we're going to the next stage. So the next stage is at a preliminary examination. Mr. Nature, as it relates to any offers.
Your Honor, it goes forward as a no reduce plea.
All right. So, Mr. Tooks, can I have an examination track from Mr. Bailey?
Not a problem. It's going to be Judge Sabri.
All right. Mr. Holler, this matter is going on the examination track before the Honorable Judge Aaliyah Sabri for a Zoom PCC May 30th at 8:30 a.m. Again, before the Honorable Judge Aaliyah Sabri for a Zoom PCC May 30th, 8:30 a.m.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
All right, Mr. Bailey, you going to the next stage, sir. You going forward to have a preliminary examination, sir. You got that date and time?
Yeah, because I ain't going out like that, man. I can't go out like that, man.
That's fine, sir. You can exercise.
I can't go out like that. My shit wasn't concealed, man. They trying to play me dirty.
All right, you can go forward, sir, and have a trial. Have a good day, sir.
This courtroom video is one of the most chaotic hearings you'll ever witness. From the moment Marvin Bailey walks in, it's clear that nothing is going to go smoothly. Right away, he starts speaking out of turn, cursing, and showing zero respect for anyone in the room. He even calls the judge, bro, which immediately sets the tone for an intense confrontation. The judge warns him firmly to calm down, making it clear that continued disrespect could land him in serious trouble, and the tension in the room is palpable. Every word, every glance, every movement seems charged with conflict. At first, there seems to be a path forward. The prosecutor offers Marwan a plea deal, 2 years of probation for the charge. For a moment, it seems like this could be resolved quickly. Marwan even asks if, after probation, he could eventually get his license back. He appears somewhat interested, and it almost feels like he might take the deal. But then, as he starts to speak about the weapon, everything begins to spiral. In a shocking turn, he describes having a big Glocky with a 30-round magazine. That single statement changes everything. What was supposed to be a straightforward plea suddenly becomes a complicated situation. The courtroom goes tense as the implications of his admission sink in. Things only get more complicated when Marwan insists that the weapon wasn't actually concealed. He says it was hanging out, directly contradicting the charge. This statement makes it impossible for the judge to accept his guilty plea. The courtroom is filled with tension as the judge tries to explain that the facts must match the charges. Marwan, however, continues to argue, defending his words, insisting on his version of events, and pushing back against every warning. His own behavior, combined with his careless admissions, makes the situation increasingly precarious. The hearing turns into a battle of words. Marwan's defiance and frustration clash with the judge's attempts to maintain order. Every sentence he utters seems to create new problems, and the tension in the room continues to build. The atmosphere is electric, almost uncomfortable, as everyone watches the drama unfold. The plea deal that once seemed possible now lies in ruins, replaced by uncertainty and escalating stakes. As the discussion continues, it becomes clear that this hearing is far from ordinary. Marwan's insistence that the weapon wasn't concealed conflicts directly with the details of the charge. The judge repeatedly warns him, explaining the seriousness of the situation, but Marwan refuses to back down. The conflict between the defendant and the court creates a back and forth that feels almost explosive. Every new word from Marwan intensifies the tension, and the courtroom hangs on every moment, waiting to see what will happen next. The implications of Marwan's statements are enormous. What could have been a simple probation deal now risks a full trial. His own words have complicated the proceedings in a dramatic and irreversible way. The judge cannot overlook the discrepancies between Marwan's testimony and the facts of the case. With the plea deal no longer an option, the case moves toward a preliminary examination, setting the stage for further legal battles. The courtroom feels like a pressure cooker, and the sense of anticipation is overwhelming. Throughout the hearing, Marwan's behavior exemplifies how quickly things can spiral out of control. His lack of decorum, combined with his unintentional self-incrimination, transforms a relatively straightforward situation into a tense, unpredictable confrontation. Each statement he makes has the potential to change the outcome, and the energy in the room reflects the high stakes. Observers can feel the pressure rising with every passing minute, as the case slips further from resolution and moves toward a trial. Every aspect of the hearing is tense and dramatic. Marwan's casual attitude toward his own words, his insistence on arguing every point, and his refusal to simply accept the deal all contribute to the escalating chaos. What might have been resolved quickly through a simple plea agreement has instead become a dramatic courtroom spectacle. The unpredictability, the frustration, and the high-stakes nature of the situation make it impossible to look away. By the time the hearing concludes, the stakes are higher than ever. Marwan is facing an uncertain future, and the courtroom atmosphere is electric with tension. The judge has shown patience, but Marwan's behavior has tested every limit. The case will continue, moving toward a preliminary examination, and every observer can sense that the drama is far from over. This hearing is a masterclass in courtroom chaos, showcasing how quickly things can escalate when emotions, stubbornness, and careless words collide. Watching Marwan Bailey navigate this hearing is both shocking and fascinating. The combination of disrespect, accidental admissions, and confrontational behavior keeps the energy in the room at a constant high. Every word counts, every reaction matters, and the tension is palpable. This is a courtroom hearing unlike any other, intense, unpredictable, and completely riveting from start to finish. This video is a vivid reminder of how quickly things can go off the rails when people refuse to follow the rules, when they speak without thinking, and when emotions take over. Marwan's hearing is chaotic, dramatic, and entirely captivating, showing that even a small misstep or careless comment can completely change the course of events. The suspense builds with every passing minute, and the outcome remains uncertain, keeping viewers on the edge of their seats. Even the smallest details have huge consequences. Marwan's description of the weapon, his insistence it wasn't concealed, and his confrontational attitude all amplify the drama. What could have been a resolved situation now turns into a tense legal showdown, making every moment of this hearing unforgettable. The courtroom feels alive with energy, with every reaction, every glance, and every word contributing to the mounting tension. By the end, the situation is clear, the case is moving forward without resolution, and Marwan's own actions have made it far more complicated. This hearing captures a combination of defiance, carelessness, and high stakes that makes it impossible to look away. Every moment is charged with intensity, every interaction is unpredictable, and the energy is undeniable. Marwan Bailey's hearing is the perfect example of how courtroom drama unfolds when one person's behavior sets off a chain reaction of chaos and suspense.